All right, we're gonna test it out. Let's go to you. Got to me go out and not go, got to go out, but they teach you how to go and network and meet people and things like that.
Who does?
Um, Network marketing businesses.
Okay, that's what you did.
Yeah, you were talking about. I was saying how long I've had conversations, but okay.
Well, how old are you?
Okay, let's hear it right quick. Oh shit! You got a good delay. Or go ahead and speak in it. You say something in the mic.
Yo, yo,
Hold on. Go ahead.
yo, yo,
One more time. One more time.
yo, yo.
There we go.
Kyle Jordan.
All right. Oh, that's it right there.
Kyle Jordan.
Bro.
Feel like I'm finna record a track right now.
Okay.
I've been this nervous since the first time I went to the studio, the real studio. I've been this nervous since the first time I went to the studio, the real studio.
Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay. That's fire, bro.
It's fire.
What's up? How you like that? Can you see it?
That's the view we're working with.
Yeah, that's the view we're working with.
You like it?
Yeah, it'd be cool to see somebody walk by and stuff, huh?
Yeah, that would be dope.
What you think?
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Are we gonna hear ourselves echo the whole time?
No, it's me.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm on here. I'm just testing it, make sure.
Got you.
Because yeah, I want to make sure the mics. The last time the mics
Weren't working.
kind of like messed up. Yeah, I chose the wrong. I think I'm pretty sure it was me. I chose the wrong one, so yeah, I dig that, man. I'm good. Okay.
Yeah, I like that. What's the other views look like?
Yo, what up? What up? Let me see who's watching. Let me see who's watching. All right, I'll check the chat here in a minute.
Y'all tune in.
Log in. Oh,
In the Loop Productions.
let me get my notes. That's okay, man. A lot of people.
I just been saying In the Loop Production. That's what got stuck in my head.
Somebody told me the other day, "What's your name, man? I can't save you in the loop."
That's what I got you saved under.
Yeah.
In the Loop Productions, baby.
Oh,
Yo, yo.
Oh yeah. We should go loud. Let's see.
Y'all tune in the
Hey,
Loop
we live right
Productions.
now, so y'all, yeah.
It's Kyle Jordan in the house. We got Sam.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. As we set up, we got a new setup. I'm streaming on I'm streaming on Facebook right now, which I hadn't been streaming on Facebook before. So
Text Miggs.
oh shit! What's up, D man? We got D man live on the motherfucking Instagram. What up? What up? What up? We live right now on YouTube and Facebook. Yeah, I already know. What up, Chach? We live on YouTube and Facebook. We live on Facebook today, guys. I didn't have it figured out before. I got it figured out this time. So there's something going on over there on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, if that's how you guys get live, I know Facebook is crunk right now in a lot of cities. So we live right now, baby. We got Kyle Jordan.
Yo, yo. What's the deal?
He's at nine. What up? What up? What up? Let me flip this around. Yo, we in the building. We in the building. Oh, this shit does look fire, bro. What up, Kyle Jordan? Let them know what's up. Let them know what's up.
What's up, guys? It's Kyle Jordan in the house once again. We're gonna talk about whatever this dude asks me.
We finna find out. Kyle says he's nervous.
Hell, I can barely breathe. I'm sweating bullets over here.
And if you guys can see, we got a new setup. It's coming in from the angle. I don't know. I like it. Yeah, and I'm using a streaming software this time because, let's see if you can see in there, because Kyle's got some videos that he's going to preview to us. and we're gonna showcase him here tonight. So if you're watching this, you're gonna see it for the first time where I do something technical around here. And if you can also see down there at the bottom left, season 3, episode 9, up there on the top right in the loop. I'm getting a little bit better, guys. I didn't really want to learn, but Kyle made me level up for this one, so
I had to.
appreciate that. We got a couple of videos from him we're gonna showcase, so make sure you're on there, man. All right,
Yes,
let's
sir.
go. Go to the video. Go to the YouTube. Let me turn this around.
We've been working constantly, me and Miggs. If y'all know Miggs, shout out Miggs. He's my main producer. I've been recording with Lalo too. You probably know Lalo. He's the man.
Shout out Lalo. Okay, I'm doing it again.
Music videos left and right, photo shoots, are all original beats, all original lyrics by me. So we've been working constantly, but haven't put nothing out yet because we're gonna come up with a campaign and figure it out.
There you go. And then roll out.
Yep. See if we can get this shit to blow up.
I think what are they calling rollouts? Something like that. The technical term for that, for the strategy behind pushing something out. All right, man. Well, it looks like we got. Okay, is that mine? I think that's mine. Let me see, man. Okay, we're gonna make sure everything's good. Everything's good. They probably definitely took away where I was messing up with the mic before. Kyle, you ever had an interview?
Nah, never.
Oh no, it's wild, man.
Scary.
I appreciate you coming on and having this conversation with me, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited. And for anybody that hasn't been here, man, this place is nice. It's actually a lot.
This place is really nice. It's something that we haven't really seen like this before.
Nah, you haven't seen nothing like this in Midland, guys. I'm telling you right now. When I walked in, I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. I wasn't expecting all this, but
oh man, that's what I'm after. So that feels good.
Yeah. Sure, there's 2 podcast rooms, video games everywhere. So if you're a gamer, come pay a visit, man. This dude's trying to sell tickets and he has his whole game plan. So y'all support, man. Y'all support the movement. We got so many entertainers in Midland right now, so many good rappers, so many good artists. It's unreal that, it's not being noticed like it should be. This dude put it in my head to try to make this a big city vibe, kind of promote a new mindset in Midland. And I love that idea. It's Midland, Texas, guys. I mean, there's billions of dollars here. It's growing like crazy. I mean, we need to get this shit popping a lot more than it is with the music. And honestly, like, you got the Houston rappers. There's some rappers around here that should be moving like that. Honestly,
I think there is.
Yeah, there's some amazing artists around here. Like, probably one of my favorite artists is Javi.
Yeah, I'm killing it right now, man.
Yeah, I mean, even before he started, he's doing some big things right now, honestly. Before all that, he was one of my favorites, and Miggs, of course, when I met him. But besides all that, there's so many good artists in Midland. K-Dub, I just got the pleasure of meeting him. He's doing things, man. He just opened up for Lil Wayne.
I've seen that.
Crazy. He has a good stage presence.
There's definitely different spaces, like I've said often, you can occupy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Kyle, before we keep going, man, let's introduce you for a little bit.
Okay.
And then we'll get into this, man. I appreciate you taking the time to have this conversation with me and just sit down and let us get to know you in this way, man. Mm-hmm. In the loop is, I know we've had several conversations already. You just want to get to, I dig it because immediately I reached out to you. Like, I don't even know how I came across you. I can't remember. And I went to go listen to a couple of things. I was like, oh, I like this dude.
Yeah.
And so getting ready for season 3, I reached out and immediately you asked for my phone number and we chopped it up for like 45 minutes. And you were still like, all right, man, I'll let you know. Yeah. And I dig it, man. Because you're like, first off, you're just wondering who I was. What am I about? What's going on? What is this? Mm-hmm. So I appreciate that. But in the loop is, just to reiterate those conversations, is just a platform to highlight artists in the 432, man. Yep. That's it. Very basic. A little deeper level is just that I've met a lot of young adults out here, and a lot of them have aspirations, whether it's a rapper in the normal sense, or an artist in the normal sense, or a creator in the 2023 era of YouTubers and TikTokers and things like that. It can be anything right now.
Yeah, I agree.
There's several different lanes that show up online.
Several, I mean, endless.
So I just want to have a conversation with you, man, and let the people know it's also a platform that we can look back on and have our own piece of history
I agree.
Until, quote unquote, it's always probably, even before maybe we thought interviews were held for certain people or just for certain accolades.
Right.
I really would like to recognize people right now that I
Right.
think a few of us can pick up on.
Yeah. And
That
imagine,
they're
man.
on their way.
Yeah, and if some of us start blowing up, which I believe we will, I mean, you were the first to do it with us. I mean, before we were big.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're like the third person to tell me that. I think that, I mean, there's something to say about that, I guess. Do you know the first time that I actually, I guess, started living in this truth was, I think it was 2005. Man, I don't even know how I remember that. I was at a barber shop and there was a young lady at the time who had just graduated and she was the receptionist. So she was taking my money, right? Charging me at the end. And as we were standing there just getting to know her, and like I was telling you, I've been having conversations for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And she told me her aspirations, that she wanted to move to Hollywood and be this supermodel. And she just graduated like 2 months before. And I looked at her and I was like, oh, this could be true. I was like, can I get your autograph?
Yeah, exactly.
And
Exactly.
she just started laughing. I said, no, no, no. I I believe this is going to happen for you.
Yeah.
And all I've gotten was word back to me. She did become the supermodel, moved out to California.
She did.
Yeah, man. So
Yeah.
um, just this uh, platform to again highlight and show. It's just kind of like something that I guess feel the need to. I don't even know how to explain it. Feel the need to, as they say, give your flowers right now.
Yeah.
Because was it you or the other person that said that I told when we were talking about Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan before Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan?
Yeah, we were talking about Will Smith, and he told me that Will Smith was Will Smith before he was famous. I mean, and that stuck with me. And I tried to start, as soon as I heard that, it stuck with me, and I tried to start living by it. I was like, you know what, I gotta, every year, every month, every day, your mindset evolves, and you got to continue to try to. I mean, if you want to be a superstar, you have to be a superstar before you're a superstar.
What we found out, we can get into that, is this last year Will Smith admitted to 20 ayahuasca ceremonies.
What does that mean?
It's you ever heard of DMT, dimethyltryptamine?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a psychedelic.
Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna mess with that.
So it's some people use it as a way to expand their creativity because it expands their thought processes and framework and things like that. So some people do it recreationally to go and whether it's to crack a code or crack an idea or just have better ideas.
Yeah.
But he's not the only one. He's several other people who've.
So you're saying he admitted to doing that before he was famous, or just to
while he was famous? So I'm just saying, like, engaging in things outside of your normal, I guess, thought process to help you create.
Yeah. Joe Rogan talks a lot about that. I forget what that one drug is, but it's a hallucinogen. It's only the millionaires can do it, and it's like supposed to take you to a whole nother world. But I do believe that you have to be a certain kind of a person to do those drugs.
Yeah,
I don't think it's for everybody. I'll tell you that.
No, it's definitely not. And you have to know where you are.
Yeah, that's true. And also, you don't have to indulge in drugs to have an amazing mindset, because the chemicals in our brain are already firing at
very true
amazing levels. And your life is what you create it to be. I suffer from mental health, all that.
It's a dichotomy.
Yeah, and
life.
I've tried medication, blah blah blah, drugs, was a drug addict, and honestly, the best way, what I've learned, is just put your mind to it and fucking do it. and
Yeah, for
train your
sure.
mind. Force yourself to train your mind to heal your own mental health, to heal your own anxiety, your depression, whatever it is you're struggling with. Force yourself, get up, get a schedule, and fucking do it for yourself. With that being said, I'm not against like shrooms and acid and all these things. Like people have amazing experiences on them, and you know, somebody very close to me basically said that I forget what hallucinogen it was. It saved his life from wanting to kill himself.
Oh wow.
Completely changed the way he thought about everything, and he never had suicidal thoughts after that. So it all depends on who you are, what you want to do, or
Yeah, sometimes there is something external, I guess, though, too, that needs you need to activate those things that should be happening naturally, like chemical imbalances and things like that. So I agree with you. I think I was a consumer for a long time, meaning I searched external validation,
mm-hmm.
whether, however, whatever form.
Same.
And
Same.
it just took me a long time to realize that I could have that same peace and tranquility, I guess, just sitting still with God.
That's right.
So I consume today because I'm a human and I want to have the human experience. So I smoke good weed because as a human, I want to smoke good weed. Or I engage in microdosing because I think it's like going on a roller coaster.
Right.
What's the need of going on a roller coaster?
The rush.
The rush, right? Like literally, So it's like I'm here for the human experience. Why not? Just like having this human experience of being on the mic at a really cool spot. This is also doing something in my brain externally, chemically right now.
Yep.
Whether it's
sure
oxytocin or whatever the hell it is that's happening up there because I scheduled it. You showed up. Everything's working. The mics are good. Oh, this is a win. Like I'm getting happy right now, So all this is things that are similar, but now it's where people have. I think people start to have opinions when it becomes extreme. So,
well, like you said, it's not. If you're indulging in drugs, hallucinogens, whatever it is, to save yourself from your own mental health, that's the wrong way to do it. You're killing yourself. But if you work on yourself as you are, and I don't know if I'm going off topic here, but and then you want to like smoke some weed and this and that, it's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like you said, it's like you're enjoying things. You're learning how to enjoy things, but those aren't your peace. That's not where your peace and happiness lies. Not in drugs. It never will, never has.
There's levels to it.
But drugs can be, and I hate to use that word, but they can be experienced in a very healthy, positive manner, and I believe that. Although it's just not for me.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the term drugs too, and our programming behind that word also has some kind of play in how we view the things that we engage in to, again, man, just to have a human experience. Like I don't ever want to tell somebody what they should or should not be doing because I'm not God and I don't know what they need to go, quote unquote, go through as far as I've understood life up until this point. Meaning sometimes those dumbass choices we make, quote unquote, that are against society or societal norms are the very things we needed to go through to become the person that we're, becoming or whatever, So
I totally agree.
Yeah, so I came across you and I reached out to you.
Did Migg tell you?
And I don't even know, man. I was trying to remember earlier and I couldn't remember. By the time I knew it, I was looking at your YouTube videos. So that was it. Which again, you haven't been on the quote unquote scene for a while. You've just brand new. I mean, literally within a year. So we can get into that because you've dropped several visuals and then you only have a few songs like on platforms. So from my standpoint, I was like, oh man, who is this guy? There was an air of mystery there.
Yeah.
Where'd you come from? Who are you? And then because I saw the feature with Miggs and Javi, which are two people in the game and, very strong and very active. So I'm like, oh shit, he's tapped in with them. Like, not, and I was like, damn, why haven't I heard of this guy? Like,
Yeah.
but
I'll tell you what, I went out of my fucking way to get that song with them.
Oh, for
And if
real?
y'all want to, yeah, and if y'all want to make music, if y'all want to do something special, you're gonna have to put your all into it. You're not gonna go get, people aren't gonna give you their craft for free.
Oh yeah.
They're not just gonna put you on. They're not gonna hand it to you. You got to go out and get it.
I'm glad
and
you.
although that song, it doesn't have 1 million views, I mean, it is a big deal. That
Uh,
song with Javi and Migg is a very big deal.
It's a very big deal. It was one of the talking points.
It's huge because Javi's about to blow up.
Yeah, for sure,
and
man.
if he doesn't, I will be damned.
Yeah, I think so. I think,
And then I got a song with him.
I think Mexicans are up in general.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. My own personal opinion. There's a little wave
They
happening
definitely
right
have
now.
their lane.
When you pay attention to certain pockets, there's a little wave happening right now.
There
I'm
is.
excited about it. It's a good open door right now, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely have their lane, man. That's for sure. Everybody does. Everybody does. I mean, the rap game is not secluded to a certain color anymore. It's just, I mean, you can be
man.
You can make country rap, rock rap. I mean, there's a dude right now, I forget his name. He reminds me of UGK. He's got hundreds of thousands of followers. I don't know how many, but he was like rapping his ass off, just like killing it, going crazy. And then he started doing rock. And he looks like a rocker. So it's like the possibilities are just endless right now.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's hard to get a foot in the door right now because it's just, everybody has, it's not hard to get your hands on a recording studio these days. I mean, anybody can do it.
Yeah.
And so if you're gonna get famous and get rich, you're gonna have to have a different mindset than everybody else. And it's not arrogance. It's not that you think you're better. It's that you work harder on yourself to be the best.
Yeah, it was something Kaz talked about last week. He's a humble guy, and young Drac made him create this track where he was pretty much boasting. So he had to come out of that comfort zone. And it was just an air of knowing how hard you're working. So it's not really arrogance. It's just like knowing that you're, and because you can go out, you can look out into the scene and see who's working or who's active and who's not.
Yeah.
So it's not too hard to compare if you want to compare. But so it's just an era of, and then if you know.
Yeah. And then there's so much talent. There's so much talent that's just, they don't have the right worth ethic behind it. You know, like there's all them kids growing up in high school that just so good at basketball, but just didn't have the right mindset for it. And then
that shit sucks, man.
Then there's the kid that wasn't as naturally talented, but worked harder, and he went further, and that kid might have went to the NBA.
I see it often. I mean, you could probably look at your own life.
And Miggs has taught me so much. VP has taught me so much. Javi has actually took the time to call me a couple of times, which that's special to me. And they've all helped me evolve so much. I got another dude that I talk to about more deep personal things. He's helped me evolve. So we're constantly evolving.
I think that's an important aspect of being an artist, man.
Yeah. I think I got off topic there, but
that's all right, man. We'll go into your visuals. We were talking about just the evolution of hip hop and the music scene. Mm-hmm. I think it's a great time to, for whatever reason, there's like been an explosion of musical artists, of people wanting to be in the music scene. Because 15 years ago, it wasn't like that. Even maybe 10 years ago, but 10 years ago, it wasn't. Well, it wasn't like as it is now, where not only are the aspirations there, the hopes, but there's actual talent there.
Yeah.
There's a hella talent. When I started,
right in Midland too.
When I started in the loop in August of 2020, there's a couple of people that I told, and I guess they kind of blew it off, not thinking I knew that many artists, I guess, or didn't expect. And then we filled up 24 episodes just within a couple of days. And as these artists were coming on, everybody's like, I didn't know there was that many artists out here.
Yeah.
And then we threw a party, which I feel like there's after this one. It was after we did it. We threw another one. We threw one, but so after this season, I feel like it should be doped in the summer. But there was like 65 artists that showed up.
Where at? Here?
It was at the first place where we had or the podcast, the studio that was over there in Odessa.
65 artists, that's crazy.
And I'm talking about if you heard every single one of them and you put them up on a roster, you're like, oh shit. It's not just, and I hate to say it like this, but I feel like it's the only way to distinguish. But like it was not wannabes, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all like, you're not a wannabe to me. You know?
People that really fucking work hard to be a good artist. Because like I'm not naturally a good artist. I worked hard to be good. And now like I got like 50, 80 songs right now.
Holy shit.
At least 50.
Okay, so
just in the last year, and that's just like
we'll get into it because that's interesting because again, when you look at your catalog, there's not much online. So okay, let's go into it real quick. Within a year, it was actually within a couple months, you dropped 4 visuals. And then again, you have 3 on your DSPs. So you have Stevie Wonder at just over 1,000 views. You dropped May 16th, 2022. Dear Alcohol, I was going to ask you about that one because it's a different feel than the other ones. And I dig it, man. And also it has, it got like hella views on it. So yeah, just over 45.
That was all organic views, by the way. I haven't promoted anything.
I figure it has something to do with what you were talking about. So I wanted to go into that a little bit. Yeah. So just over 4,500 views. You dropped 2 weeks later, May 28, 2022. Workout, which is a fun video. It's a fun song, man. It's a fun visual. I don't know what you've done with it, but I could just imagine the possibilities of putting that in all kinds of events and
you're right,
clubs, and it's a really good song, man. I can see it, but the possibility of it going, you having the similar girls do it with the TikTok video, and it be the music in the background, and it just have all these visual. Yeah, it'd be a wonderful contribution to the manosphere.
Yeah, it would be dope if all the girls started doing TikToks with that song. Y'all girls go do TikToks with that song Workout.
I think you could probably ask for it too on TikTok. Like, do you have a TikTok?
Yeah, I'm not very active.
Okay.
I need to be.
And then, so Workout has just about 1,000 views, June 24th. So about a month later, 2022. And then Came Through, which is featuring Miggs and Javi the Prophet, July 23rd, 2022. And just about almost 1,000 views. And then you have Workout, Stevie Wonder, and Came Through on all streaming platforms. So
that's what's up. You actually know. I like that.
So let's talk about you, Kyle Jordan. Who are you, man? So the first interviews are usually us getting to know you, man. And because you haven't had an interview before, let's just dig into all of it. Your past, where you grew up, things that contributed to you being an artist. So talk to us, man. Your name's Kyle Jordan? Is that your?
That's not my real name.
Okay, you don't have to tell us, but that's your name.
Everybody, y'all call me Kyle.
Okay, Kyle.
Kyle in the building.
Where are you from, Kyle?
I was born in Georgetown,
Texas, obviously.
Yeah, in the Austin area.
Austin area.
I was around that area till I was about 10 or 11. Then I moved here.
Okay.
And then
what year? Catch us up.
I don't even know what year. I'm 28, so that was like 18 years ago or something. I can't even.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But my sister passed away when I was like 9 or 10, and then I'm not gonna get too deep into things, but a lot of chaos went down. My dad moved us here. We lived with him, and then when I was, I want to say 8 or 9, my dad made this speaker system in my oldest brother's truck, and he had me come out there, and he was having me and my brother freestyle with him. And like
your dad?
No, my brother.
Oh, okay, your brother.
He's about like 35. Sorry if I don't know how old you are, Adam. And
we love you, Adam.
I remember, like, to me, he was like God. I was like, how are you writing?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, how are you doing this? And he's like 16. I'm like 9, I would guess.
Oh man, yeah, you're eating it up.
Yeah, and I'm over here trying to freestyle, and I just can't. But I feel like I can, though.
I got you.
I can do this. I can do this. And that just started a endless thing that never quit. And then whenever I was about, I'm having to guess ages, I don't know, 14. My brother Aaron, my closest brother Aaron, shout out Aaron, I love you, bro.
Shout out Aaron.
He used to rap, and he don't do it no more at all. And he made us a studio in his room. We had Audacity. If y'all know what Audacity is, the bullshit little thing that you make music on.
Oh, okay.
And we used to be, well, I'm gonna speak for myself. I used to be heavy on Xanax and pills at that time, just just out of it, like just fucking out of it. But I would still make some dope shit, but I wasn't able to execute anything because I was so high all the time.
Oh, okay.
And I was just purely just addicted to drugs. That's all I.
How old were you?
So I must have got my ages wrong for sure. I want to say I was like 16 when this was going on.
Okay.
Because I had a car, and so anyways, so I've been making music since then. So that was like 12 years ago, and all that. Then I've been sober for like 7 years off drugs, and then I've been sober for 2 years off alcohol. I don't do anything at all.
Okay.
And fast forward, I made this song for this girl, and I wanted to record it. So I reached out to Javi. He gave me Migg's number. I went in there. I was just as nervous as I was walking in here. I honestly, this is the nervousest I've been.
Oh, no way, man.
My butterflies went away finally. But anyways, I made that song. It was all right. It wasn't that good. Well, the next day or two, I came in with 2 more songs, and one of them was Stevie Wonder's.
Okay.
So the third song that I recorded professionally was just, in my opinion, a banger. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do a video to this. So I did the video, and luckily Yachty Beth, shout out Yachty Beth, she really helped me. She boosted my confidence.
Okay.
She did the video with me, beautiful girl. And that just, after that, it was just all the time, just music videos. So like I said, I've been shooting videos left and right, making music left and right, but y'all probably won't hear or see any of it for just a little bit longer. I'm about to start executing it, though.
I got you, man. So let's back up a little bit. You moved to Midland. You had your older brother. Mm-hmm. He was this rap guy to you. Mm-hmm. You were 8 or 9 years old.
Okay, so my oldest brother, he lives in Austin, right? And so when me and my closest brother moved to Midland, my oldest brother stayed behind.
Okay.
He moved to Austin with a family member. And so Aaron, my closest brother, he's about a year and a half older than me. He's the one that set up the studio. And if it wasn't for him, shout out Aaron.
Oh, okay.
Shout out Aaron. If it wasn't for Aaron, I would not be this far with my music.
I gotcha.
Because I didn't have the mindset or the ability to put a computer together. I was too high and messed up all the time.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And so he would show me how to record, and we would record, and that's how that all started.
And you said he doesn't rap today? Or he doesn't do, yeah.
Nah, I try to get him to, but he's...
What about your older brother, the one that stayed?
Yeah, he still freestyles every once in a while, but he's not into it.
Okay.
He loves it.
What was he listening to? Do you remember?
Zero, all the Houston
Oh
rappers.
shit, yeah.
And one time he took us to meet. One time he took me and my brother to meet. I want to say Slim Thug, and we waited for fucking hours, and he never showed up. We were disappointed.
Oh man, yeah.
Slim Thug's a boss. Apparently, he just rolls like with like one partner most of the
time. Oh wow.
Or whatever. Like he don't even have a lot of security, so I don't know about all that though.
Now I can see a bit of your influence because you can tell there's some Texas in there.
Yeah, all day. That's where it all started, was the Houston rap.
I got you. And that would make sense because I'm like
the boss of all bosses. Isn't that what his album's called? Slim Thug. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not a Houston. This guy right here knows a lot about Houston. Yeah, Texas Thule.
That album was like the original album. That
okay.
Like I just had memorized.
I got you. Mm-hmm. So that was like a chance thing of him freestyling, you looking up to him, like. So during your teen years and early 20s, you were just you and your other brother Aaron were just kind of messing around every now and then. Like, where are those things that you created?
Man, they're all gone. Oh
shit.
No. So basically, my brother still has his computer, and we still have all those.
They're on there.
Yeah.
Oh, you should do an archive on SoundCloud, like everybody does.
What does that mean?
You just load it up to SoundCloud and call it an archive. Shit.
I would never release any of those songs.
Nah, man.
Trash.
Yeah.
Straight trash. But
I feel you.
At the time, I was like, damn, okay. I'm the best ever. And I thought I was hot shit.
Yeah. So what were you doing, man? You become an adult. You graduate. Did you graduate high school?
No, I never graduated.
What school? Wait, okay, let's go back. How old were you when you got here? 10?
I want to say 10 right
now. Okay, so what elementary did you go to?
I went to Scarborough for a year. Had kind of a rough time then. I had a real rough transitioning in life after my sister died, and I moved down here. And I was just real lost in every way. And I want to say not just and anybody that knows me, they know I struggle with mental health.
Okay.
But I do want to say, in all honesty, that I feel like I'm finally getting a glimpse of real peace for the first time, just even very recently, even in the last 6 months, because I take time to myself now just to figure out who I am. And anybody that struggles with mental health, seek help, yes, but also take the time to get to know who you are.
What was the age difference between you guys?
Me and my brother?
No, your sister.
Man. So 16. She was 16 and I was around like 9.
Oh wow, man.
Yeah, I just counted on my fingers.
Yeah. That's when she passed or what?
Yeah, she was 16 when she passed away.
Damn.
And that made my mom go crazy. And then so my parents divorced and we moved down here. And that's how that all started. So I went to Scarborough for a year, then I went to Abel for 2 years. I had a couple good friends. One real close friend, Zach Ewing. Shout out Zach Ewing. That's my boy.
Shout out, man.
That's my brother for life right there. I know I don't reach out to him enough, but that's my brother. So yeah, I just went from there. And then I got 3 kids. I have a 6-year-old, a 7-year-old. And
wait, man, you went from junior high to kids. Hold up, man.
I'm skipping everywhere. Huh?
Wait, so where'd you go to junior high?
Well,
we got plenty of time, man.
I had a reason for it. I forgot where I was going with that.
I'm sorry, man. Your kids. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's okay. I went to Abel for junior high, and then I went to Lee freshman, and then I went to Lee High for like half a year.
Okay.
I dropped out.
Okay. Maybe this is when the kids will fit in now. So then you had 3 kids.
I forgot where I was going with.
Sorry, man. Damn.
No,
fucked it up.
No, that's okay, bro. My mind is very.
I'm
so I can bounce from one thing to the next. Just boom.
Yeah, I kind of.
It's pretty bad.
I keep going back. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I feel bad for you. I think it'll come back probably.
That's okay. So I think I was gonna go to my sobriety for some reason. So.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you because
I guess it's always really on my heart to talk about stuff like that because I know, believe me, I know how bad mental health can get, and I guess that's on my heart a lot. But I'll try to stick to the topic too.
No, that's that's perfect, man, because it contributes to, again, this Dear Alcohol track, but I feel also to your creativity. I think a lot of people, for me including, so I'm gonna say me, I didn't understand how many artists, because I didn't quite understand life, how many artists, if they're a great artist, they probably have a really dark side.
Absolutely. That's for sure. That's it could be a scary thing too. You know?
Yeah. So it's like the dichotomy of life. In order to have this greatness, it comes with, our demons that we have to slay and keep at bay type stuff. So I know that for some artists, it starts early. Like you're talking about your addiction. So when did that start? When did you start?
My addiction started with Adderall.
And then you think that it comes from your sister dying, because you were saying you were just now coming.
I never processed my sister's death to this day. I still don't understand it. And there is somebody that I'm kind of working with that on right now. I never fully processed that. I just completely blocked it out. So I don't have a lot of memory from my childhood. I'm not sure why my addiction started and why I suffer with mental health. I know a lot of mental health can be genetic. But once again, you can fight it through pure willpower. But I forgot where I was going with that.
That's all right, man.
So my addiction started when I was like, I want to say like 13 or 14. I tried Adderall, and I fell in love with it, and that's all I wanted from then. And then that went all the way until my first son was born.
Okay, like prescription Adderall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is,
but
in my opinion, I would never give my children.
Okay.
Prescription Adderall. Because it is a drug, and it is a very powerful drug.
Yeah.
And it can change your personality and change how you feel about yourself. See, the whole thing for addicts is they just want to change how they feel because they don't like how they feel. And that's how they are going to make themselves feel better.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there for sure. So Adderall up until how long? How old were you? You said your first son. How old were you when you had your first son?
So I was about 21.
Oh yeah, young guy.
When I found out my baby mama was pregnant, I got sober. And from then on, I struggled a little bit with like some pills and stuff. And then eventually I completely quit those. That was probably like 5 years ago. And then alcohol, and then after that. I just quit alcohol because there's no reason for me to be getting like wasted. You know, there's just no reason for me to do any drugs or alcohol, so I don't.
During this time, were you creating music?
Yeah, so I've
Okay.
always done my music high or not, always.
Okay.
But I just couldn't.
Those are the things that you say we're never gonna hear.
Yeah.
Okay. So
you ain't gonna hear that. You ain't gonna hear that.
you
But
have
that's also why I can rap about the drugs and all, which I rap about smoking weed and all that because trust me, I was in the life. I did heavy hard drugs and all that. So it is still a part of me, but
I got what you're saying. Yeah, you can.
kind of like a contradiction in itself because I don't want to promote drug use, but I'll sit there and rap about it all day.
Man, it's art. That's all. You know, that's the
Mhm.
way that I can see it to justify it, I guess. So,
I love it.
what made
Love it.
you solidify your art by creating a visual and creating a DSP account that we could hear this? You know, what was the switch? So you had your kid, you had your son, you had your daughter. Was it another life change? You know, over the last.
Are you asking what made me go like professional with the music to be more professional with?
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
So I recorded that song with Miggs professionally for the first time, and that just set a switch off in my brain. Keep in mind, I've already been sober for a year at this point, off alcohol, because alcohol.
Okay, so this
fucked
was
me
3
up.
years ago.
This was a
Oh,
year
wait.
ago.
Oh, just a year ago.
Yeah,
Oh
so
shit.
I've only been making music professionally, and I would like to use that word because I do think I'm a professional.
I'm glad you said it, man. I didn't want to say it like in a degrading way, but
Mhm.
showing
only
up
been making-
professionally, like as a career, you know.
I've only been doing this professionally for 1 year.
Okay.
But the reason I was able to, within a month, have Stevie Wonders out is because I've been doing this forever.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. You
just was never ready.
Yeah.
Now it's completely different. Like, this is all I do besides my real job and stuff.
So how did you connect with Miggs and Javi? Or how did you what studio did you record your first thing that you uploaded?
So every song I've recorded has been with Miggs except for two.
Okay.
I've recorded 2 songs with Lalo, and I will be recording with him now going forward because he brings a different feel.
Yeah, so how'd you hear about Miggs?
I just reached out to Javi on Facebook, and luckily he texted me back.
Oh, just out of mutual friends and things like that? Seeing Javi.
Yeah, I've always known Javi was a rapper. I see him on Facebook.
Okay.
And I've always thought he was dope, and I look at his videos, and I'm like, man, it's got 10,000, it's got 20,000 views.
Yeah, he's killing it, man.
But some of them, like, he should have 100,000 followers on his Instagram. Y'all go follow him.
He's got a vibe, man.
Y'all go follow him. Why
Yeah,
aren't y'all?
Definitely. And so you reached out to him. Hey, where can I record?
Mm-hmm. And then I did that.
Got you Miggs' number. Okay.
After that, it was every week, just in the studio.
Okay.
Before I knew it, that was like one of my best friends, and
I got it.
I got comfortable. Started experimenting with my voice, and Miggs, shout out Miggs, he took the time to talk to me for hours. He's took hours out of his time, not getting paid, to talk to me and help me learn how to be the artist I am now.
Just curate your art, yeah.
Talk to me about my voice, talk to me about different flows, talk to me about how to present yourself, what kind of mindset you should have, and all that. And at first, I knew it was true, the things he was saying. And Mix is young, dude, but he has an old soul. But they weren't sticking until now.
I got you.
Now things are starting to stick with me and my mindset to where I'm becoming healthy and peaceful. Because besides the music and everything, the whole goal of life is just to be peaceful within yourself. If you can be peaceful within yourself, you can do anything. You can do the music. You can get any job you want. So,
yeah, return to the law of attraction in a sense.
Yeah, that's where it starts, is just true peace within yourself so that you can execute the goals that you want to execute. And if you want to have good relationships with the people around you, you need to be peaceful.
You
need to love yourself.
Yeah.
Which is something that I'm barely learning, is how to love myself. Because I always thought, that was a selfish thing, and I've always been kind of viewed as a selfish person by a lot of people around me. But the thing is when you love yourself, it's not selfish. And the more you love yourself, the less selfish you will be. But the less you love yourself, the more selfish you will come off to others.
Yeah, it's a good point, man.
Crazy.
I had to learn that too.
Yeah.
It's probably people with trauma.
I think
it's a hard deal, man. I can resonate with you with losing a older sibling at a young age, and it took me um probably 15 years to process my brother's death to actually grieve it.
Really? How old were you?
I was 13 and he was 20.
Interesting.
So
They're kind of the same concept.
yeah, so it was one day I was like, I don't know where the thought just came to my head, and I just started bawling and started grieving.
Mm-hmm.
And when I grasped it, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
it took me days just to grieve, but it took
Mm-hmm.
me as a kid, I just froze.
How old were you? Yeah, you block it out. How old were you when you had that moment when you're crying?
I was probably like, again, probably 30, 31, 32, something like that, man. I was older.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people learn the lesson
'Cause
late. I'm a late learner.
6 months later, my sister died too. So
Wow.
I felt numb
Wow.
probably for 15 years, you know.
Wow.
Just life was not, there's nothing about life that could excite me or anything. It was just dead, you know. So
yeah,
um
that's deep, bro.
going through life like what you're talking about, and then coming out of that, like, because it can manifest itself. The worst part of that is addiction, which could lead to death and an early death. I think the Bible talks about what's the worse than I forgot what exactly it says, but just comparing that the worst thing that could happen to a man is an early death, because there is such a thing as an early death. Like my brother at 20 years old, like your brother, you're looking up to him like he's a god. That's how I looked up to my brother, like, because my father was in and out of prison, so he was like our dad. So this guy, and he was big. Like I'm 5'5", he was probably 5'10". He was an athlete. I mean, just everything just.
So your brother died when you were 13, and then your sister died right afterwards?
Yeah, 6 months later.
Wow. And how is that your only siblings?
There were 7 of us.
Okay, so you got a lot of
4 other sisters.
Same parents for all of them?
Yeah, we all have the same parents.
That's what's up. That's a big family.
Yeah, so
but
he was everything. He was my idol and everything. So.
And you can't teach somebody how to grieve that.
No, hell no, man.
It's not teachable.
I was like, what the fuck? What you mean? You did?
Yeah. What do I do now? Okay, I'll just act like it didn't happen.
Yeah, man.
As a kid, you just block things out.
Yeah, you just block things out. It's the only thing that I can. So
that's the human's greatest coping mechanism, is blocking things out.
Disassociation. Yeah, for sure, man. So the worst part of that, I've been through addiction too, quote unquote. Same thing. Like, and the worst part of processing that is addiction. The best part of that is like what you're doing is creating this music.
Yeah.
Because it's really good, man. I was gonna, just want to let you know, like, I dig it, man. I
thank you, bro.
Like what you're creating. So it's why I wanted to highlight you and interview you, man, and just put your story out there as you continue down this journey, man. Like, because I'm sure, especially hearing Dear Alcohol, because I'm like, oh shit, like, okay, this is a little bit different. Like, I could see you, just being creative, man. I'm like, this is dope. I dig it.
Yeah, Dear Alcohol was cool because I know what it's like to be drowning in alcohol.
Yeah.
So it was easy to write that song. It took me like 5 minutes. Literally, that song was written in like 10 minutes.
And it's wild. It's like your most
easy.
Yeah. Is it my ear too, or is it losing sound over there?
I hear perfectly.
Oh, okay.
I hear you and me perfectly.
Okay. It's probably just me. I don't know what's going on.
We got the homie out here taking pictures.
Yeah. Shout out Texas Thule, man. Coming here on Thursdays and taking these pics for us, man. I appreciate it. It helps out a lot. Showing up differently this season, he's helped me because I definitely wanted somebody. I want truly somebody it'd be dope to have somebody capture B-roll or video.
B-roll?
Yeah, B-roll.
That's what VP's about to do for
and vlog. Like, this would be a dope ass vlog, type shit, capturing history like this.
VP says he's outside.
You can come on. It'd be a great time if he wants to get some. So we didn't even do the formal introduction. Hey, yo, this is an In the Loop production.
Yo.
We're live in Midland, Texas. We've been going for almost an hour at Element 14, right off the loop in Garfield.
It's already been an hour?
It's already almost been an hour, bro. It's 7:55. So we appreciate you joining us. We got about 30 more minutes to go. The B-roll man has showed up. Probably a great time to use the restroom. I forgot during our first couple of episodes about a restroom break, but when you're drinking water and you got snacks, we might need a restroom break. Oh, I'm gonna need a restroom break for sure. So, but if you want to connect with him as he's coming in, we'll take a restroom break. We'll be right back in about 5 minutes.
All right, cool.
Yeah, let me go do that, man.
Huh?
You can walk him in.
Oh, I felt weird taking them headphones off.
Oh man. Oh, put that around.
Where's this camera at? Where's this camera at?
Restroom break.
Right here?
Yeah, it's that one right there.
Change the angle.
Yeah. It's
how's it going?
there. But,
You want to get on here with me?
Me?
Yeah.
I've never done an interview. I don't plan on it either.
Sit down.
Here, hold this for me.
Sit down, VP.
I'm not doing this shit, dude.
All right, let me tell
them about Will. Oh shit. What's up, man? Good.
So yeah, we got VP in the house. He said that he ain't gonna get on the interview, but that's one of the best videographers in Midland.
Yeah, shout out VP for real. We're live, baby. Y'all in the mix.
I'm about to be dropping videos left and right, and they're all.
We got Texas Thule MVP in the building. VP coming in with the big equipment.
We're finna get some B-roll, some real B-roll.
This is fire.
This is my guy. This is the guy that does all my videos.
Yeah, there's a lot going on out here, man, for sure.
Yes, sir. I was gonna tell you.
Yeah. I mean, in general, man, just everybody doing their thing, man. It's fucking. I remember this guy at Kamikaze in 2017 coming in with his first Kimball shooting footage, and I'm like, I was there with my little iPhone getting B-roll, dude, and I was like, hey, man. But it was the first time where I was like, holy shit, because you hadn't really seen too many people out here with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like to think of it like there wasn't really a video culture.
Nah, man.
There really wasn't. Now
and I seen
it's starting to emerge.
Oh, dude.
Nice. Now we're getting rich.
You were like, I almost want to say the very first, like, because I was everywhere at that time. Markets, I was going everywhere, and I wouldn't see anybody with what you were coming around. Yeah, with Kimball's or
that Kimball's my favorite.
With the gimbal
and the gimbal. I'm sorry, not the gimbal. The gimbal. Yeah.
I think I was one of the first ones. Yeah, I mean, regardless.
No, I'm just, it's dope to recognize
how far he's come.
People who are pushing the trends, man, and people who are out here help, making us all level up. Because if nobody comes in like that and we see it, we may not have a better idea for our visual because we see, but we see something like this, we're like, oh shit, hold up, bro, hold up, let me put on.
Yeah, so the reason I brought VP in here is because he's gonna get the angle so perfect to where when I send this off to KV, shout out KV, he edits all my videos.
Okay, what's KV stand for?
I honestly don't know. So I don't know KV personally. I just know him through the phone. He lives out of town. But I know that once VP shoots this video and I send it to KV, we're gonna have a very professional
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
clips. Like,
oh sweet. Okay, he's gonna close it.
and I was gonna tell you too, if you want now to ask me some questions, I'll do everything I can to stay on top.
Yeah, for sure, man. No, it's gone very naturally, man. Again, I think we've been on the phone like 5 times, and I told you when you got here.
Yeah.
I don't know why it feels like we fucking know each other, but that's what it kind of feels like. So it was like catching up with my little brother type shit, if that makes sense, man.
Yeah, I think energy just kind of makes its way around just naturally, and people just kind of end up where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, I think so, man.
And that's why it feels like that, honestly. Because that's kind of how I felt with Miggs and VP, just immediately, just like instantly, like you know them for a week, and they're like, you're like, oh, that's my best friend. I've only known them for a week though.
Yeah, and they're just good guys in general.
Yeah,
So it makes it easier.
Yeah, there's so okay. So all like I've noticed like all the creators around here, whether you're a videographer, an artist, a producer, whatever, all the ones I've met are so humble and they don't have big egos. And I don't know if it's just the people I attract or what, but the people around here are just great. And I used to always view the world as everybody's bad, everybody's out to get you. That's not true. If that's kind of energy you bring, then that's what you're gonna attract. But as soon as you change your mindset, you're gonna start attracting better.
I was gonna tell you real quick, man. We can leave that door open if you need to. The reason we're having an issue last week was because I didn't have the audio set right. So I was pulling the audio off of the camera. So, but the mic suppress all that extra stuff. So if you need to open it, man, that's a long answer for if you need to open it. Do your thing, man. Yeah, it'll cancel out the noise. Oh shit. Right now? Yeah. Yep.
Does everything look straight, VP?
Well, my headphones are, I don't know what's going on. No, it's important, man, to have, but how do you weed that out as an artist? Let's just dig into it. You're talking about having the right mindset. And Miggs, who I'm going to have on at 9 in 2020, I talked with him, and a large part of our conversation was having the right mindset. So as an artist, just like in life, you're going to, it's very hard to pick out who's who, because we're just really good at faking it. That's why I ask people, if you ask me about me, I'm going to lie to you. You ask the people around me about me if you want to know who I am. But how do you weed out people who don't have a winning mindset, man, or a mindset that's one of growth as an artist? Because you don't want to.
So far, I haven't had to weed anybody.
I'm just blessed, baby.
Honestly,
God just does it for me.
Honestly,
no, I got you, man.
So like it's all about like to have the right mindset. You gotta have like a fucking savage mindset to where you're gonna go out and get it.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna figure this out. Like honestly, I was scared to death to come here and do this. I'm not.
Oh, that's wild.
And I remember VP
I was a bit nervous.
VP told me a long time ago. He said, "I make myself uncomfortable to make myself comfortable." And on the way here, I just told myself, "I make myself uncomfortable to stay comfortable." And then I said,
"Let's go, man."
I could barely fucking breathe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass out. And then it's like now the butterflies are gone. I could talk all day. I'm kind of disappointed that we only got 30 minutes, but we could always do it again.
Yeah, we can probably go longer, man. Well, anyway,
that's okay though. But
yeah, we'll see how it goes.
But you got to be willing to do the things that you don't like to do. I mean that are scary.
Yeah. You may not know the things that you don't know. Like this, you didn't know that it probably was gonna make you feel like this. You just said yes, and then I don't know.
It's basically like, look,
because walking in now, you're like, oh shit, this is real.
Yeah, and it's like it's gonna be live.
Yeah,
we're gonna be watching, but the thing is like you don't have a choice. If you want to have a house, if you want to have a job, if you want to be an artist, if you want to fucking get swole in the gym, you don't have a fucking choice. Don't rely on your motivation because you're not always going to be motivated. Honestly, I didn't have.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Honestly, I didn't have a great day today.
Oh, man.
Down all day. But this is my job. I got to get up and I got to go to this interview. I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
And that's how life is. And that's how you have that mindset. You got to be a savage and you got to be willing to push through everything.
Do you feel like
do it?
Do you feel like you've had more I guess, strength to be able to do that and create flow since you've stopped seeking drugs?
Absolutely. So the hardest thing to do is get sober because you don't know who you are, and you got to find that motivation. Ask me that question one more time.
Um, I'm blank,
So
man.
yeah, my motivation is through the roof now that I'm not on alcohol and drugs.
Yeah.
But it wasn't handed to me. I didn't get fucking sober and then just feel amazing. No. Like I don't want to get out of the bed every morning and take my kids to school, but I have to. And then I go to the gym and then I go to work. And then whatever's on my schedule that day, I fucking do. And that's what you have to do if you want to be a winner. Don't rely on your motivation because you're not always going to feel motivated and you're not always going to feel good. If you've never been to the studio to record a song, you're going to be nervous out of your mind to get in that booth.
Yeah.
You have to do it. If you want to be somebody, you have to do it. If you want to start a business, you have to fucking do it. The longer you sit there and not do nothing about it, you'll continue to be nobody. And I say that in a humble way to anybody that wants to hear it, will hear it, and they'll use it as motivation for themselves.
I think seeking drugs is a form of trickery to ourselves that we're doing something.
It is. It absolutely is.
So it feels like accomplishment, but it's really not. So it's like, man, that's what I'm saying. The worst part, or the worst manifestation of unhealed trauma is definitely, drug addiction, probably, or things like that, man. Because I don't think that what you seeking drugs is bad, because in the society we live in, if you look at the way the world works, there's not too many education or options for us to learn or deal with our chemical imbalance. Like we literally have a chemical imbalance because we're not in the wild anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we have a chemical imbalance because we walk on concrete and all these other things that we're not really used to. And we got these phones and we got this visuals and audios and all this stuff going on. So it's a new jungle that it's new to the human race, and we haven't really addressed it. So when we drink alcohol or we consume something and it does something for us, we continue to seek it because I feel like we're naturally supposed to seek that, but because in our environment we don't, so we have external way. So the fact that you were actually seeking it was just in a form of showing that something else was missing.
Absolutely.
Is that, so it's the loudest way of saying something else is missing. So I'm glad that it led you here.
Absolutely. The only way to achieve that reward that you're talking about when you do drugs, it's like a reward.
Yeah.
It's instant gratification. You get the instant high and you instantly feel better. It doesn't last and you end up crashing always, no matter what. It's opposite when you put in hard work. It's hard at first. The reward comes later, but it's never a permanent reward. It's always going to be hard. And you're always going to be pushing to new levels, and you're always going to be seeking a new level of reward. But I'll tell you this much. If I bitched out today and didn't come here, I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
Oh, that would suck.
I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
That would have sucked.
So I have no choice but to do what I'm supposed to do, which is take the next step towards my music career.
Yeah.
So that I can live with myself and have peace knowing that I'm doing the right thing. This is the right thing.
What did you think about it, man? Me reaching out to you and asking for an interview. What are your thoughts? What were your thoughts, man?
Well, people message me every single day on Instagram. Hey, do you want to do our supplement company? We'll pay you.
Oh,
hey,
I see.
I'll pay you to just draw a picture of you, blah, blah, and it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
So, but most of the time I always respond just to see what their response is, and I can immediately tell how legit it is. With you, I was just like, it's just another scam.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to respond because what if it's not?
Yeah.
I'm not taking that fucking chance of missing out.
Oh, yeah. I can see that now from your side. Hey, you want to do an interview? What the fuck?
It's only because I've had people ask to do interviews, and I've had people ask to ghostwrite for me and do all these different things. And all of them, they're really trying to either get your bank account or get your fucking Venmo and just scam you.
Oh, man. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah.
But as soon as I talked to you on the phone, I immediately knew. Like, this is real. And then you said something about Miggs, and you say you know Miggs. I was like, oh, shit. Well, okay, I'm going to come.
Yeah, synchronicity, man.
I have to. I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
And that's the mindset you have to have if you want to win.
So when you uploaded their first visual, which was Stevie Wonder, what was your feedback, man? What was that whole process like for you creating now that you're sober, you know, you kind of have a vision.
Man, I was scared to death of all this, and the more I do it, the easier it gets. The feedback was good on Stevie Wonder's. It got over 1,000 views, which to me is nothing. I would like 1,000,000, but
It was a lot. It's a lot, man. It's a good one.
The feedback was good. The video is amazing. The people that know that song actually like it, and it's something that I can say. I have all these products for my music, and you cannot deny me no more. You can't. You can't deny me.
Oh yeah.
My work speaks for itself. So there is no the universe has no choice but to put me where I'm supposed to be in life, which is how I landed here.
Yeah, I think so.
And this goes back to the thing, like, you have to do it if you want to do something. You got to get up every single day and do it. But the feedback of Stevie Wonder's was great, and I was very happy with the 1,000 views. That's 1.5.
Heck yeah, man.
1,500 views. I was fucking happy with that. First thing I've ever put out on YouTube.
I dig it, man. Were you pretty happy?
No.
From an artist standpoint, no.
No, I'm not anywhere close to being satisfied with my followers. No,
sometimes they say,
but thank you to anybody that believes in me.
Sometimes they say you just need to re-upload it too. So we just upload it once, and a lot of times I've heard people say they take it off, re-upload it, they like 4 or 5 times, and it'd be like the 5th time that it blows up. And I know it seems wild, right, as a strategy, but
yeah,
this artist also said they weren't happy with it, so they took it down, re-uploaded it, weren't happy with it, took it down, re-uploaded it, weren't happy with it, took it down, re-uploaded it, 1,000,000 views.
I tell you what,
that's something to think about.
I'll tell you what, when Javi blows up in the next couple years or whatever, I'm gonna do that with that song.
I gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, it's a strategy, I guess, because you don't know what the algorithm is doing at that point. Like,
yeah.
And I don't know. When I heard it, I thought to myself, well, that's true. Where did we get that we just upload it once and we can't re-upload it if we're not happy with the numbers?
So just delete it and re-upload.
Just delete it and re-upload it.
If you get less views, then you fucked. But yeah.
Well, you can archive it so your channel still has the views. You archive the one that you've already uploaded, and then you re-upload it. You can do that, to YouTube, but just to see what happens, because some of these songs, because I see some a lot of you artists who, and because it's like, okay, 2022, so it's almost a year old, right? And I know as an artist, you're like, time is a factor in the things that you're creating. So if it was a year ago, you're like, oh man. But as a consumer, from a consumer standpoint, that song is still hot.
Exactly.
So if you re-upload it,
yeah,
from a consumer, I don't care if it was a year old. Exactly. It doesn't matter to me.
Exactly. I'm still listening to the shit from 10 years ago, just loving it just as much as I was before, if not more.
It's almost like these blogs where when somebody dies, they re-upload the interview that they had with them for clickbait and things like that. So it's like just re-uploading in general as a strategy to get more views. Like, who says, and maybe, I don't know, in YouTube, would you get penalized if you put the same video up 3 times?
I don't know.
Has anybody ever done that, or thought, like,
I wouldn't.
Why not re-upload it?
I would only do that if I deleted it, but I don't think that's the move. I think, in my opinion, the move is to pay for promotion, which is what
pay for. I got you.
Yeah, I'm gonna put together a game plan. So you have to have money. T-Pain said $100,000 will make a single blow.
Damn. See, so
$100,000.
A lot of people ain't thinking 100,000. They're thinking 1,000.
Yeah, exactly. If I could put 10 grand into
so he's saying put 100,000 behind one song.
Yeah, and it'll blow.
What's the return on that? Did he say?
Don't mark my words exactly, but I believe that's what I remember.
Damn. But even 10,000 people aren't thinking about.
If you could put $100,000 behind your name in any way and be a superstar, if you have the right mindset, you could use your name, because you're a walking billboard, to get rich. Colognes, shirts,
all kinds of things.
I mean, like, it's all about mindset. It's all about what you attract to yourself. Take the time to get to know yourself. Take the time to get to love yourself, because when you do blow, you're going to need to be good with you. Because if you're not, look how many, I'm getting off topic here, but look how many actors and famous rich people blow their brains out because they weren't right with themselves, and that's horrible. That's sad. I'm not.
Yeah, it's the lottery effect, I call it. Even in a lot of spaces, not just the lottery, even in business. I deal with people who want to go, to $1 million, $2 million, something like that, and they don't have the mindset to sustain $1 million business. So I can get you there, like the lottery. It could be a one-time deal, but you don't have the mindset to be able to steward it.
Make it bigger.
So a lot
If
of
I had
times,
$1 million, I'd make it bigger.
a lot of times, people implode.
What does that mean?
Where it's like an explosion, but from the internal implode. So instead of explode, it's implode. So
Does it blow it off?
yeah, they don't know how to steward it. It's the only one way I know how to describe
I
it.
know exactly what you're talking about.
So abundance takes a mindset to steward.
Absolutely.
Abundance in friendships, like you're saying about how this all happened for you and things like that. That's a mindset. Like
That's right. And at the end of the day, it's all about love and trying to have pure energy. And look, people can get rich the evil way, and people can also get rich the pure, loving way.
Yeah, there's both. There's both sides.
And that shit fucked with my head forever, my whole life, until I met this guy, and he helped me realize that I needed to learn who I was. Once I made that step, and I just started, I'm okay with who I am now, and I believe that my success is on its way, way faster. Because I'm not fighting. I'm not fighting with, do I want to be good or bad? Do I want this or that?
Yeah, exactly.
And not to get into this too far, but am I a good enough Christian? Blah, blah, blah. Am I right with God? No. Get to know yourself. Be still. Stop all the chaos in your brain. And those answers will naturally come. You don't have to figure it out. It will. The universe, God, will help you.
That's a very powerful concept, man, because knowing who you are, a lot of people go through life.
One second. Are you going to do the handheld?
Well, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna move around.
Okay. Move the camera. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
A lot of people will go through life paying attention to what's good or bad. Almost like too much, like extensively, because they don't know who they are.
Exactly.
Because they're filtering out the quote unquote good or bad, so that opportunities are presented or options are available, versus, hey, let me just be me and see what happens.
Exactly.
So it's like faking the funk a lot of times, just in case there's a door there. And I think a lot of people are afraid to be themselves, because it might close a door.
Yeah, and exactly.
So that's
and me and my brother had long discussions, and this does tie into what we're talking about religion and all this. It really, you just got to be you. You can't let religion and all these other ideas, the good and the evil, all these things pull you different ways. You got to let yourself be yourself.
I think people get quote unquote fanatical with certain concepts, whether it's religion or something, when they don't know who they are. Because I've been there.
I agree.
I don't know who I am, so I'm gonna put this armor on as much as I can, quote unquote armor. Exactly. This filter the way people view me as much as I can. I'm religious. I'm religious. I'm religious. I'm religious. Whatever the concept is.
I totally agree.
Instead of just being who I am, and it took me my whole 20s to figure that out, man. Going and doing. We talked the other day on the phone. Going and doing DMT and ayahuasca for me, doing microdosing on shrooms. It took me that to figure out what you're talking about, to know who I am. Because I was 18 and I started reading books. And I wanted to fight poverty so much and prevent it so much in my own life that I overconsumed. So I would literally read 4 books a month from 18 to 22. I read 50 to 60 books. I was reading 4 books a month, a book a week. So I had all these voices in my head about what success looked like.
I've been there.
So I had to learn, and I tried to live all those truths, somebody else's truth. I tried to make it my own.
Exactly.
And it wasn't until I went to go do ayahuasca that it was telling me, hey, you got too many voices in your head.
Absolutely.
just
know
be
exactly what you
Sam
mean.
and Sam, and all the doors will open. Because I was reading those books and going to those seminars and listening to these podcasts and things like that. This was 15, 20 years ago, because I wanted it to open doors and create opportunities for me. But what you're talking about, which is what I dig, man, is just being yourself.
Yeah.
I don't have to gauge the good or the evil. I'm just being me. I don't know what the fuck it looks like to everybody else, you know. It could look bad, quote unquote, to somebody, but I'm doing me.
Right. That was one of the greatest things that you've said since I've been here. I love that. I did the same thing.
I'm glad it took an hour and a half.
Yeah.
No.
I did the same thing, reading books, trying to live other people's story, like just all these different voices, these different ideas, just and I never was just myself. And now that I'm starting to love myself, it's hard for me to even watch a sermon or watch a motivational. Now, don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. I know what you're.
I still do love sermons and motivational speaking and stuff, but sometimes it's hard because I catch myself trying to make their story mine.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's like I almost don't need that. I need to get up in the morning and execute my life.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. I actually watched some motivational stuff this morning, and it really helped me.
Yeah,
but that has to be balanced. You can't just, like you said.
So like even now, the wave, reading books now and personal growth now is a wave. It's a trend. When I was doing it 20 years ago, I used to get laughed at when I went into my corporate job. You're reading another book?
Really?
You're into personal development? You know, it was like made fun of, like, oh, you're into personal development books, you know?
Yeah.
But so I've read so much. I take 2 years now to read a book. And you know what I consume now more than anything?
And that one book probably helped you more than any other.
Yeah, no, for sure. So now, as everybody else is on this trend and this wave of reading books, I've already read, I don't know how many, over 1,000 easily. So I'm like,
Damn,
you know what I'm doing now? I'm just listening to music.
Yeah.
Because some of the most profound people that I've met, and some of the most wisest people that I've met, and even some of the most wealthiest people that I've met, they're really in tune to music. Like all genres of music. They've never read one fucking book. So that was another aspect of life that I saw. And I'm like, because the books that I read said you have to be a reader to be a leader, right? All these, you know, cliche things. You have to consume this to be successful. And then I started looking at these people around me. I'm like, that motherfucker's never picked up a book. And look at how wealthy he is and how happy he is and how many opportunities he has. So I started asking them, and they're like, oh man, I just listen to music.
Yeah.
So for me, like the last 3 or 4 years, I've like tried not to read a book because it comes naturally to me to read a book and go buy books. I've made myself like listen to music and get the other side of music and watch TV series and binge on Netflix, because some of these people, they're like know the latest shows, and I don't know, just a different side of life, man. That
man.
Again, being myself.
I can relate like crazy, bro, to all that. I totally get it.
So it's like, who are you at the end of the day? And just be that. Don't apologize for. I say, don't ask. I searched in my 20s. I searched for approval, authority, and permission.
I could say the same.
To be myself. Am I doing okay? Is it like this? This is the way you want me to talk? This is the way you want me to, you know, versus,
and this
man.
This will beat that out of my head.
Oh, bet. Hell yeah,
Actually,
man.
Actually, whenever we were shooting Dear Alcohol.
Okay.
I asked a couple times, like, am I doing all right? And he was like, Jordan, fucking stop, bro.
Yeah, man.
Just fucking go with the flow. And I was like, it hurt my feelings, but I was like, I gotta fucking do this.
Yeah. Seeking.
You know what I mean? Like, I was already killing it. I was already on fire. Like, why am I seeking his approval? And
it's a real thing, man.
As a good friend, he's trying to help me elevate to the next level.
I bet as an artist, we probably all deal with it, but
yeah, it's hard. You want people to like you. You want to know that you're doing good.
Well,
look all right, VP.
I'm old enough and consumed enough that I know that I had daddy issues and mommy issues early on, and I learned how to deal with it. I was seeking external validation from all kinds of things, blah, blah, blah. I had this issue, that wound, this wound thing, you know, just all kinds of, again, stuff that we're not taught. But it helps to uncover those things. That's why I highlight Will Smith and his ayahuasca ceremonies, because uncovering those things helps with our creative capacity, the way we're showing up. So the fact that you've gone through what they call like a dark night of the soul, and you've gone through your addiction and you've come out the other side as a phoenix, and now you're creating these fucking work of art is no coincidence. Like, of course you're gonna create gold. Like that's for me, it's like the true essence of an alchemist, is what
That's beautiful.
And reading the book, The Alchemist.
It sucks when you're going through it.
Hell yeah, it does.
When you get to a moment like this right now, like it feels actually good to hear it.
Yeah, that's why I'm excited excited for you, man, and excited from this standpoint, not only as a consumer, but somebody. I'm gonna say lightly, because there could be so much more, but lightly covering the scene out here.
Yeah.
I'm just a fan, man. I'm excited that you're on the scene and that you're taking up space and you're doing it authentically and you're being yourself and being genuine, and it's just a good addition to the space, man, and to what's happening out here. So I just had to highlight you, had to interview you, man, and see who you were and what you're about and what the plan is, and
Yeah, I think the same about you, man. I'm glad that this place exists because this is great. This is great for all of us regular artists in Midland.
Well, I hope it pushes you. Like you were saying, you were nervous coming on. That's kind of part of it.
That's a good thing
for growth.
This is another a breakthrough for me.
Oh hell yeah, I dig those. I mean? Yeah,
because next it might be Sway or one of those big guys.
Yep.
At least I got a little warm up.
Exactly, man. I mean? No, this is. I'm glad. Yeah, no, for sure.
Because now I'm pretty confident, and trust me, I think about all these things. I'm pretty confident. Like if Kevin Gates or something was in the studio while I was recording, I'd be okay.
Oh,
I'd be nervous as fuck, but I think I'd be okay because I got hundreds of hours behind the mic. So I'm prepared for that moment. Well, interviews, I gotta get prepared for that shit too.
Yeah, this is a different level of operating.
It's different
as an artist, and I think it's important. I'm gonna tell you, since you picked that real quick, is part of the reason that I, of course, do this as well is that I obviously notice the talent and see what's happening, and I'm gonna say it like this, and I don't want the day to come where you guys are on a major fucking platform and you fucking miss it and you bomb it as a conversationalist or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because of lack of training, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna do my part. I don't know when it's gonna pop for these guys, but I'm gonna do my part so that we don't fucking look bad.
Yeah.
Because I really believe it's gonna happen, though.
I do too, bro. I think this is great. I'm happy about this.
Yeah, man. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it.
I watched the first one with Mikey Mike. I watched at least half of that one.
Yeah. There will be clips coming. I'm waiting. 90 days. And then I'll have all clips. It's behind you, man. It's okay. Where it's like 30-second clips of the highlights and everything that happens here. I'm gonna do those, but I'm just waiting to see if people can watch the long form, and then I'll feed them a little bit. I can't give you the gold right now, man.
Yeah, the little clips are gonna be better, obviously. Because unless you're like a real superstar, ain't nobody gonna sit there for an hour and a half. I know
nobody is.
A few people are gonna sit here and watch this for me. Anybody that does.
I mean, in general, when you're watching other people too, it's hard for me to watch a full length.
It is.
I'll jump through five or six of them throughout the week.
Like I actually lasted through Mikey Mike's one for a while, and I loved when Mel was talking, but he should have been on camera. That was driving me crazy.
Yeah, that was fire, right?
That was driving me crazy.
No, I get it.
See him though.
That's true. It's true.
But hold on, let me ask VP. You sure you don't want to do some handheld to give it a different feel too for the edit?
Oh yeah, sure I can.
Yes, boss.
He wants it. I want some handheld, bro. Put that in my face.
Okay.
I dig it.
Get my grill.
I don't want to be in it. This is your interview.
It's all good, man.
That's okay, right?
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I like the live feel of it. Live TV.
I told you we're shooting a music video here in a second, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Do you remember when Real TV? Well, you're 10 years, so Real TV was already on board, but it was Real World TV or something when it was the first time we had reality TV. It was insane, and now being live is everything, man.
Yeah,
I guess I don't know. Oh, so yeah, going back to the clips. You know why I do the long form? Because in a lot of these, there's really some gold in it, and in the Bible it talks about not throwing your pearls before swine. So I purposefully want people to watch the long form if they want to find the gold, because there's some stuff happen. There's some conversations, especially like even this one, some stuff being said that'll help an artist get to the next level. And if I highlight that and give it to him right away, I can't do that. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. And it's crazy because
it's a little diabolical.
I'm starting to realize like how much I have to offer. I always felt so small.
You smell so small too, right?
I always felt so small, but now I'm starting to realize like how much I have to offer.
Oh, that's fire, man.
Same with you.
That's a good statement. Yeah.
Same with all the people around me.
And I think you want to dig into the Christian side of it. The enemy wants us to think that we have no contribution, that we are not worthy of showing up, being bright or light to the world around us. But you have a story, man. You got a testimony, as they say at this point. And I think for normal people have to go through shit. They just go through it. They talk, their gossip to their pastor, or they go to therapy, or they go over to their friend's house, but they don't have an outlet like creating a work of art, whether it's a visual or a song.
Yeah.
So it's you're a very unique person in that sense to be able to do that versus the rest of the world. The rest of the world has no creative capacity.
That brings me to something. I'm sorry to cut you off. That brings me to something I want to tell to anybody watching this. If you struggle with mental health and you're an artist, putting your emotions, everything to the art is great. It does help. It helps you escape for that moment, but it will not heal you. So if you want to heal and you want to find peace, you're really going to have to sit alone, find a sponsor or a counselor or somebody that has the peace that you think you want, and do other work. The reason I'm saying that is because I had a friend that he was just so down about this girl just destroyed. And he kept saying, I'm just going to put it all into the music, blah, blah. And I was like, that's great, bro. I'm all for it. But you also need to take time to yourself to heal, because the music will not save you. Drugs won't save you. Money won't save you. Women won't save you. Nothing can save you but yourself sitting inside of a room all alone by yourself with nothing going on, no music playing, no podcast, no
exactly
music. And are you okay to sit there? Of course, you're going to get bored after a while. I'm not saying sit in a room forever, but can you do that? Can you be all alone? This fool taught me that. He tried to beat that into my head. I know I just went left field.
No, Mike talked about in his podcast. It's what they call like shadow work, being able to sit with those demons or sit with those wounds and insecurities, and then again be able to come out of it and what they call transmute it, become an alchemist. You can be a victim of the stuff around you, and allow those things to keep you down, not bring you down, but keep you down, or you can allow those things, the cliche part, right? It's either a loss or a lesson.
Yeah.
And it took me a long time to sit with those things and understand how to do quote unquote shadow work, how to not become a victim, how to grasp what was really happening behind the situation that I made so traumatic,
Yeah.
But it doesn't also, so bypassing spirituality can happen in all kinds of ways, like drugs, music, friendships, external activities. Like we just go get busy because we don't want to sit with ourselves,
Exactly. And you have to find that balance. There is a fine line between getting the fuck out of bed. If you have mental health issues, getting the fuck out of bed and doing something with your life.
I have mental health issues for sure. I was in bed for like 2 days, last 2 days.
Damn, he said, I get it, bro. I took a nap. I had to take a nap today, bro, because I was so overwhelmed about
I felt kids. Stuck. No, for real, man. It's a real thing. So we're all at a certain level of it, man. I think so. So again, and then showing up as an artist, it's like times 100.
Yeah.
Because you've inadvertently put pressure on you that you didn't have to. We could have chosen a normal life.
Yeah, we could have.
Yeah. But we're like,
you're right.
Hey, fuck it, let me do this. And then because we know we're so obsessive about what people are going to think about what we create and how they're going about it, so now we've added and added and added, and it's like I'm already fucked up, and I keep adding it, and I'm adding this piece of art that I got to continue to make, So I commend you, man. And again, I just wanted to highlight you. It's been an hour and a half, my man. Are there any last words? Where can the people find you, Mr. Kyle Jordan?
Where can y'all find me? On my address? No, I'm just kidding.
No, yeah.
What you mean? Where can
online, man? Where can they keep up with you?
Like, where can you find me? Shit, I'll meet you up. No, I'm just kidding.
You got Instagram.
So Instagram is Kyle Jordan 1 of 1, the number 1 of the
one.
Yeah, yep. Kyle Jordan 1 of 1. I believe YouTube is
Kyle Jordan. It may be Kyle Jordan 1 of 1, but I know if you put Kyle Jordan, it pulls up.
And if you type in Stevie Wonder, Kyle Jordan, it'll pull up that song. You can.
Oh wait! We're supposed to play this video. Hold on.
Yeah, let's play the video.
Shoot.
And then Facebook, Jordan Miller.
When I step in the house, 100 bitches going crazy. All up on the table, popping bottles, it's amazing. All I wanna do is throw a party, now we raving. Yeah, strobe lights in the background, like lasers. All we wanna do is feel the feeling that we chasing. Pour another shot, open up your mouth, taste. Open up the door, let them in. It's time to get it started, girl. I hope you brought a friend. Well, you wanna loosen up, drinks in the fridge. Feed them to your friends, the party never ends. We're going through the night, all the way to AM.
Oh, we're gonna play that one in them
shit that got me. Hit the spotlight, girl, that's what it is. Take a video and start talking on the deal.
Let me know. That's a house party featuring Miggs, shot by this guy right here. Yeah, he has a name. His name is Daniel. That's his God-given name.
Oh yeah. Let me see.
When I step in the house, 100 bitches going crazy. All up on the table, popping bottles, it's amazing. All I wanna do is throw a party, now we raving. Yeah, strobe lights in the background, like lasers. All we wanna do is feel the feeling that we chasing. Pour another shot, open up your mouth, taste it. Open up the door, let them in. It's time to get it started, girl. I hope you brought a friend. Well, you wanna loosen up, drinks in the fridge.
Yo, y'all go get ready for all my shit dropping, dude. Like, I'm telling y'all become a fan now while I'm.
You ain't getting in without getting caught. Turn the music up, hit the dance floor, and gon' move your body. When I step in the house, 100 bitches going crazy. All up on the table, popping bottles, it's amazing. All I wanna do is throw a party, now we raving. Yeah, strobe lights in the background, like lasers. All we wanna do is feel the feeling that we chasing. Pour another shot, open up your mouth, taste it.
Big bang, fast fuck, hit them out.
Everything in music costs money and hard work. So don't come out here just because you're a good rapper and thinking that people that have been working their fucking ass off year after year for their craft are just gonna hand you free stuff, free verses. Don't get me wrong, people will do it out. I even might do a free verse for somebody. But all I'm saying is that don't be coming out here looking for freebies. If you want dope shit, it's gonna cost a lot of sacrifice and money. So I just want to say that.
Those are the last words from Kyle Jordan.
Last words.
Last words. Thanks for joining us. If this is your first time joining us, we appreciate you learning about the artists like this. We appreciate Kyle Jordan sitting down and letting us learn about him like this. If you're if you've been continuing to watch us and what we're doing, we appreciate the support. Make sure to like, subscribe, share this with your family and friends. We got another episode coming up on 9 with Migg. So until next time, man, that was an In the Loop production. Appreciate you.
That was fun.
Peace.
Man. Later.
Hey, bro. I'm glad.
I had to pee. That shit felt weird when